We've got a real dilemma in Britain now, because people, even though they're abandoning the main parties, they seem to be still sticking to the ones that the establishment likes. Like, for example, Spiked Online are now backing Farage's Brexit party. Why? Why have they dropped UKIP? Why is UKIP problematic? Because Spiked Online ran sympathetic articles with both Count Dankula and Sargon of Akkad, and even Tommy Robinson. They gave him a fair hearing. And they even had articles saying that we mustn't be banned from criticising Islam. We must be able to criticise the ideology of Islam. And they've criticised the EU's Sharia measures, etc. like that, but now they've just dropped UKIP and decided to back Farage's Brexit party. Why? What is ideologically, unsound about UKIP right now with Carl Benjamin and his comments? I thought you were free speech, Spiked. I mean, why would you suddenly back Farage, who has knowingly betrayed his own principles by, resigning and then trying to destroy UKIP, sabotaging that party by backing Henry Bolton, who he knew was a lost cause, and then suddenly miraculously he's back from the dead like the phoenix, risen from the ashes. He's now suddenly, trusted and the chosen one amongst Brexiteers. And you've got things like Jacob Rees-Mogg talking about how, Islam is a beautiful religion full of beautiful people, and it's against the law to criticise it because that's the Tory line, that's the EU line, that's the globalist line, and that is what Jacob Rees-Mogg is. These people can't be trusted. They're traitors to this country. We might have trusted them once, but remember that they're Tories. And then as for Labour, let's just talk about Jeremy Corbyn's betrayal of Brexit. Let's just talk about how he just doesn't even consider national borders or national identity to be important. And that's just completely defiling the graves of everyone who died in the war fighting for freedom against the Nazis because, if we were German, that would have been fine because it's racist to not like that. So if the Nazis won and we were all German right now, that's absolutely fine, according to Jeremy Corbyn, according to all these people who are defiling history. And then you've got people like Diane Abbott, who wants basically everyone out apart from, ISIS people. Like, she wants Shamima Begum in. And then you've got David Lammy saying that Jacob Rees-Mogg is worse than Hitler and that that's not political rhetoric. I mean, the Labour Party are a joke at this point. They should be arrested. They're all terrorists, literally. But then so are the Conservatives, but they just do it in an official way, working with, tin pot dictatorships and regimes around the world that have horrific human rights records because the government, even in this country, don't care about human rights. And they're in the process of taking them away right now with the cover of, Brexit. Well, the papers warned you that it would be a new dark age. The papers warned you that democracy was failing and that Brexit was a mistake and all the rest of it. Now, they're going to destroy democracy. They're going to take away our freedoms to be vindicated so that they can be proven right and then say, yeah, it was Brexit that did this, or yeah, it was Trump that did this. Yeah, populism is bad. You should just trust the globalists and then everything goes along peacefully and calm and no one fights with each other. That's what they want. And now it's happening on every level, on every subject, with like smart meters and vaccines and fluoride in the water and everything. It's, factual things are being disappeared from YouTube suddenly. Wikipedia is now hiding holistic data, information about holistic medicine, etc., and efficacy. It's an all-encompassing net that's just completely overwhelming, all-consuming, all-seeing eye. That's what CCTV was. That's what these camera systems that are designed to still work even when phones are turned off and devices are turned off and the Internet of Things and everything, so everyone's listening, and Amazon have got teams of people listening to Alexa and Echo Dot, etc. That's what the New World Order is. It's a spy grid, a surveillance grid, where we're all the slaves. We all now have to be killed off with things like 5G and increased various scheduling of, various... I can't say anything in case I get delisted or whatever. I can't actually say anything anymore. I'm always walking on eggshells. Although in this case it's more like bluebells. I'm not walking on them, there's a path. So it's this panopticon control grid that controls everything, that it's now demonstrable. Now we know there are people being, having the ability to pay for things removed, like James O'Keefe recently, and they're going to go after everyone. They're going to go after Paul Joseph Watson, they're going to go after Stefan Molyneux, they're going to go after Jordan Sather and Styx Hexenhammer. They're going to go after the Corbett report, James Corbett. I think you've ever watched those. Because he'd be called the 9/11 truther and vaccine denier and all the rest of it, whatever else they say, climate denier. But he's got the facts. He's got the facts about the IPCC that shows they're bureaucrats. He's got the actual statistical information and goes through it, and they just call him an anti-vaxxer or a conspiracy theorist or whatever. They don't bother to look at it, these people that debunk things. They don't bother to look at evidence. I've always hated the word debunk. It just means follow official channels that debunk it, that say it's just fake news or whatever. Things like Snopes or Wikipedia. The whole fake world, NewsGuard, and Facebook, and all these things that are banning, regular political parties like UKIP, and that takes me back to UKIP again. Now they're being framed as a far-right party. Now they're being framed as an extremist party. And white supremacists and all the rest of it, and they're nothing like it. Sahar Gonavak, Carl Benjamin, Marcus Meechan, Gerard Batten, Tommy Robinson. They are all moderate, libertarian, liberal people in the classical sense of the word. But the media has done a good job smearing them that people think they're far-right neo-Nazis. And that seems to be the job of the media right now. And it just weaponised people increasingly, and now it's driving towards civil war, etc. But no one will do anything about it to stop it. Not even Corbyn, despite the disproportionate smearing that Labour Party and Corbyn gets in the mainstream media and the lies and so on about his associations with Russia. He hasn't even criticised the media like Trump did, or certain other people. Gerard Batten certainly has, because he gets it firsthand. All he gets hit with is, how can you support someone that says this on Twitter 3 years ago? Isn't that disgraceful? Carl Benjamin is under investigation by the police for those comments 3 years ago. Meanwhile, stabbings every day, bombings every day, fires, ooh, who cares, FGM. Because it's not their priority to keep us safe. It's their priority to keep us trapped. And on a much grander level, the government have done that with the EU, haven't they? We are definitely trapped in the EU now. We're going to fall victim to all those copyright laws that are going to completely destroy YouTube. The day the memes died, that's going to happen. One day you're going to go online and it's not going to work, and suddenly Article 17 will be implemented in your country, and you're not going to know why it's not working suddenly. But it's too late to do anything about it then. And UKIP were the only ones standing up for this in Parliament. Do you think Farage cared about Article 13 or Article 17? He didn't even mention it on his LBC radio show! I don't know why Spiked have suddenly betrayed UKIP, or betrayed Carl Benjamin, and betrayed, you know, the cause of a lot of their readers, and freedom, and the country, to back this traitor, Farage. What the hell is wrong with them? Because they have to side with the media, don't they? Because they go on the media. They rely on the establishment. Well, you know, whereas UKIP now, and Gerard Batten is going to have to start batting away the establishment attempts to try and interview him. Because they're just going to be hit pieces about his comments on Islam, or his comments on rape, or whatever. You know, it was, I won't rape you, but, you know, it wasn't even him anyway, but it was... They're just going to milk the same comments again and again, so there's no point in going back to them. But unfortunately, I have a lot of friends that seemed like they were Brexiteers, they seemed like they cared about the country, and they even spoke out about the Islamisation. But then, they didn't like the propaganda about UKIP. They believed that they were a far-right party. They believed that there was miscreants being inducted into it. And then suddenly now they're all, oh, well, I'm going to vote for the Brexit party. So it is having an effect, and it has destroyed the vote. It has split the vote, and it has split the country, and it has destroyed the country. Nice one, Farage.